Hello everyone, this is Meina, your crypto friend. Today I'm really excited to have Cole Kennelly as my guest. Cole Kennelly is the founder and CEO of Volmex Labs, the development company building Volmex, a suite of crypto volatility products. Volmex is backed by leading crypto investors and trading firms, including Three Arrows Capital, Alameda Research, and Robot Ventures. Cole was previously the second employee and first business hire at Staked, and was active in the DeFi community early on as the organizer of the DeFi NYC meetup. Now, let's welcome Cole. Welcome to my channel, Cole.
Thanks for having me.
Usually, before we kick off the interview, I would do a shot of alcohol or whiskey with my interviewee, but you just told me you don't drink, so instead, I prepared a shot of peach oolong tea. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's kind of refreshing. So now let's kick off our interview.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Can you please first give a brief introduction about yourself as well as what Volmex is?
Absolutely. So, hi, my name is Cole Kennelly. I'm the founder and CEO of Volmex Labs. We're a development company that builds crypto volatility products. So we're building a suite of different crypto volatility products. Quickly on my background, I've been in the DeFi space since the early days and was a second employee at Staked, first business hire there, and helped them scale their business a lot. I've been, in the DeFi space, familiar with different project founders like Uniswap and Maker Team, and generally building, and had the idea to build Volmex because I've been a trader in the derivatives and the crypto space generally, and TradFi and in crypto, like I mentioned, and thought there should be a VIX-like product. So I've been trading in the crypto space, and fortunate that actually I've also been following the crypto market, the TradFi options market through my dad, who works at a TradFi options exchange. So that's a little bit about my background. I've been in the DeFi space and following the TradFi options market. And then quickly on Volmex, overview of Volmex, we're building a suite of different crypto volatility products and indexes. So we built the Volmex Bitcoin Volatility Index, Volmex Ethereum Volatility Index. We're building a suite of derivatives and products around these indexes. So we built the Volmex Volatility Token product. We've rolled out the first version of that product mid last year, rolling out an improved version coming pretty soon, and have a number of other products we've developed that are unannounced yet so far. So making really great progress, and we want to be we want to offer VIX-like products for crypto generally. So it's a little bit about my background and kind of what we're building at Volmex.
That's very cool. So you mentioned about your experience at Staked. What did you do at Staked before Volmex? Before you start Volmex?
Awesome, great question. So at Staked, I was the first business hire and the only sales employee there for majority of the time I worked there. So basically, I helped Staked, run all their go-to-markets for all the different chains they went live on. So ETH2, Solana, Polkadot, Cosmos. So generally helped them get a lot of stake and a lot of business across these different chains around the time that the network generally went live. So, my role was to, interact with the, large holders of those networks generally, and, get them to choose Staked as their staking provider. And so I worked there for 2 years and joined them really early on, and then they were acquired by Kraken shortly, after I left, when I had started Volmex on nights and weekends when I was at Staked. So yeah.
So you were a salesperson at Staked.
Yep.
And what do you think will be your best sales technique?
I guess it depends. Hard to say. I think it depends on the product or the service, but at least back in those days, around the selling staking, services and stuff, I think, it was really around when the network goes live and kind of the price or of the offering relative to the other, offerings on the market. So I think really just, communicating that in compelling and concise way to any customers, and being proactive about following up is kind of the key to sales in my opinion. So just for like at least high touch, sales relationships where you're trying to, get some, a larger transaction or something like that. So I think just being, having the right, who to contact, who's a point of contact, and then like, staying on top of them and being clear and, trying to push it over the line. So that's kind of the key to sales in my view.
So should we say, or would you say your knowledge about the industry or your knowledge about all those like technical different solutions is the key and actually provides a lot of insights to the customers?
Yeah, I think it depends on the industry or what you're doing in crypto, but generally, I mean, at least it depends on, so if it's staking, I think being knowledgeable of staking, of course, but, at Volmex, we're building crypto volatility products, so we have this expertise in, volatility index construction and product construction. So I think, it's obviously important to have like mastery over any area that you're, working in. And so I think, definitely really important. And, I have worked in just quickly, I've worked on the sales side of things, but I'm also fairly technical and I've hacked around on Solidity quite a bit and understand kind of the workings of a lot of course DeFi and a lot of these different chains and also on the finance side like a lot of our methodology, how we construct products, and I'm very involved in that side of things as well. So very much working on a lot of different areas and have worked on the sales side and also close to the product side in the past, and working on bunch of different things at Volmex right now. Yeah.
Very cool. And you also mentioned that your dad works at TradeFi, right? And then that kind of experience also helped you to be more interested in the crypto space as well as in terms of the trading side. Do you want to elaborate on it?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So very fortunate that my dad has been working at several TradFi options exchanges. So he worked at one of the first electronic options exchanges and works at another innovative options exchange today. And generally this has helped me learn a lot about the TradFi options market structure, and electronic options, and also some vol product initiatives. So generally this is something that has helped me, learn about the TradFi, options market and been useful as as we work on Volmex and build different crypto volatility products. So it's been, great having this experience and working a little bit with him on some, or just, bouncing ideas and getting feedback on what we're building. So that's a little bit about my experience there.
That's very cool, and I think having the knowledge or the experience from the parents or the family is really a big plus sign. At least like from my side, my parents don't really know crypto at all, so everything I do will be like exploring by myself or exploring together with a friend. So I'm really jealous.
Well, I definitely agree. It's always the kids teaching the parents, and but same thing. My family, so I'm teaching my dad about crypto. He knows about trading stuff, but not about crypto, and get to learn myself and teach him, I guess. So similar stuff. But great to learn about options and the market from him.
Yeah. Now, do you want to talk a little bit about the different use cases of Volmex? I have read through the documentations or your website, and I'm really excited about those use cases.
Absolutely. So glad you asked. So Volmex, like I mentioned, we're building a suite of crypto volatility products. So generally, the use cases are speculation, so going long or going short on the volatility index to take a view and express your view in a position. Hedging, so you want to hedge someone wants to hedge their position and hedge their view or hedge their position and express that via volatility product. Then there's other use cases like market indicator and using the volatility index as a way to gauge the market's sentiment of or expectation of volatility. So so generally volatility products can be used in a number of different ways and strategies, and really be a great tool for a crypto trader. So we think that generally the use cases are speculation, going long short, just to reiterate, hedging, and some of the other market indicator, like just generally tracking the market volatility. So there's a few different use cases across volatility products and volatility indexes, and we continue to expand our product suite with new compelling products and fulfill these use cases. So that's how we think about it at Volmex.
Yeah, earlier when you were introducing Volmex, you said there are some new use cases or new functionality that you will be launching soon. Maybe do you want to talk a little bit about it? I know, of course, you want to don't want to tell everything about the audience before the launch, but maybe just some preview.
So can't say too much. We're working on some really interesting stuff. We've got some really exciting plans with some new products, specifically things that are more capital efficient and more familiar and intuitive. So I would say keep an eye out for these new products and different things we're launching. You can follow us on Twitter at volmex.finance, volmex.finance, or head to our website volmex.finance to see the rest of our other socials and links. So making a ton of progress on the product front. We're building some really cool stuff that we think is going to be really useful to retail and institutional traders.
And then for retail traders, let's say as you are also very active in trading, right? Do you want to talk about how do you usually use Volmex daily?
Yeah, so I'm an active trader. I'm not trading as much right now with all the product and hiring and other stuff we're working on. But generally, I think volatility has been at a low level for implied vol. It was trading quite a low level relatively for a long time. It's actually increased in the last few weeks in this bear market or kind of like crab market, generally, I think a number of retail and institutional traders have been using the product for speculation or hedging and using our indexes as a market indicator. So, and we continue to see more of that as we grow and roll out new products. So, yeah, I'm definitely keen on the products and also the new products we're building. Expect to see more trading from users moving forward, and I look forward to testing out the new products as well.
Okay. Do you have a timeline, or do you know when the new products will be launched?
So our V1 has been live for on mainnet since mid last year, so about a year, a little bit less than a year, and on Polygon, about 10 months, and then on Arbitrum about 8 months. So. Our V1 has been live for a while, but we're rolling out some new and improved products in the next few weeks, the next few months, but no specific timeline yet. We've done on the volatility token V2, we've done multiple audits with Certic and another firm. The other second one we're wrapping up right now, and the other two products we've got in development. One of them is in active development. The other one is smart contracts have been wrapped up, so we need to get audits booked for both of those products. So. These different products and releases are coming the next few weeks. No official timeline, but as soon as we can, and we're really excited to share with our community and partners.
Yeah, definitely. Please keep us updated on the product progress. Can you please talk a little bit about the key advantage of Volmex? Why does it stand out to be a great volatility product suite?
Absolutely. So at Volmex, we build crypto volatility products, and the great thing about crypto volatility products is that it makes volatility tradable in a single product. So you don't need a complicated option strategy to speculate or go long, go short, or hedge implied volatility or volatility generally. So we think that implied crypto volatility products really are a compelling product for crypto traders that make it really easy to trade volatility. So, our focus on creating a really good user experience around crypto volatility products is, we think, is very differentiating and having a suite of different products. So, we're really focused on, being the best place to trade a number of different crypto vol products, and we think that's a really compelling, value prop and compelling, positioning in the market. So yeah, that's generally how I think about that, and I'd also add that since we have the expertise between myself, our head of research, who's a quant, and several of our investors, we have the right team to identify which products to build and build them and move fast and add new features and add new indexes. And since we have this core competency in volatility indexes, we can move fast and iterate and list new indexes and new markets. So that's really what sets Volmex apart. Our focus, our product suite, and then of course our expertise on volatility indexes and how we can iterate and our strength there. So that's what sets Volmex apart from some of the other offerings in the market and generally.
Got it. You mentioned about the investors will also help you to identify the market needs or what will be the product direction. Can you please elaborate a bit on that? Because I have seen that you have a lot of great investors on your investor list.
Yeah, glad to. So great question. So we've got a number of great partners. We've partnered up with Three Arrows Capital, Alameda Research, Orthogonal Trading, CMS, and a handful of others. And we work with a number of our different investors on product design and getting feedback. Generally on the products that we've built or products we've have spec'd out, and incorporating feedback and working together on product ideas generally. So kind of just jamming on like new products and like product ideas, and some of the new products I was alluding to earlier like kind of came out of some just product discussions with some of our partners. So we have a bunch of great partners that are on the trading quant side, and love to jam on like new product ideas with them, and to the extent we can. And as we roll out some of these new products, we'll pick up new new other product initiatives and continue to build out the suite of different products. So we love to partner up with partners that can help us on that area, and help with product design and product feedback. So that's important for us.
How do you usually prioritize those like different features? Let's say you have a list. You created a list of the features that you want to develop in the near term. Like, what's the thinking process?
Yeah, great question. So we prioritize product-related stuff based on where products are at in the product development, and how close we are to the audit and things like that. So as we have a suite of different products, it's really important to stay organized in Jira and stay on top of all the different tickets and make sure things are moving along, of course. And that's kind of how we think about we have different product teams at Volmex. So we've got people working on our volatility token V2 and some of the other products we've got coming. So it's important to stay organized and also work together, but delegate responsibilities.
Very cool. How large is the current Volmex team?
Yeah, sure. So the Volmex Labs team is 7 right now, and we're hiring. So looking for a front end full stack engineer, also looking for several other roles. So check our angel list. And we're 7 right now, and we're a distributed remote team.
Cool. You did a lot of advertisement during the podcast today. And now I want to talk a little bit about your user acquisition side. So on May 18th, I saw that Volmex posted that it already has 25,000 plus unique minters, 10K plus unique LPs, and 8,000 plus unique traders. This is really a great user amount for Web3 products. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. We're really excited about it.
How long did it take for you to acquire the current amount of users?
Yeah, sure. So our protocol, our Volmex V1 protocol, so Volmex Volatility Token V1, has been live on mainnet since June 2021, July 2021 for Polygon, and October 2021 for Arbitrum. So it's been live, respectively since around those times for each one, and we've seen some great growth. We're really excited about, but also really excited about getting Volatility Token V2 and several other new products live in the next few weeks. So we've seen some great growth so far, and also a lot of awareness around the volatility. Volatility index generally is just like a market indicator. So we've seen some really awesome growth of our V1 and our index so far, and excited for what's to come in the next few weeks.
That's really great achievement for you to acquire that many users in a short period of time. How in the future do you plan to acquire more users for the platform?
Yeah, excellent question. So at Volmex, we think that our products are really relevant to both retail and institutional segments of the market. So moving, today and moving forward, we're really focused on, acquiring more retail users and acquiring more institutional users. So, continue to educate on the institutional side. I'll start there. We continue to educate, our investors and other partners in the market, or other players in the market about, our new products and things we've got coming, and get them ready, for those things, and and generally, educate the market, and create the new products. And then on the retail side, we're really going to be making a big push on, creating a lot of content and educating the retail, segment of the market on how the products work, and our methodology and different things like that. So it's a mix of retail user acquisition, institutional, business development and outreach, and then also on the integration side, like pushing on any sort of crypto businesses or other sorts of integrations that can help drive some sort of value for our protocol and our products. So that's how I think about user acquisition, and we're really focused on that, of course, as we launch new products and continue to grow our existing products.
What do you think will be the best way to educate the institutional as well as the retail users?
Yeah, definitely. So I think one of the main things that we need to educate the market on, as always, is our our methodology. So how is the Volmex index calculated, and what are how can it be replicated, and this type of thing. So really granular detail on like how is this actually being calculated, and how can we replicate this with options data. So I think educating folks on that is really important, and then of course the mechanics of the products and how the products work. So on the institutional side, really important across the board. It's really important for all of our users to understand the methodology and the mechanics of the product. And I think different types of to an institution, maybe a white paper or docs might be more appealing, but for retail, maybe it's a blog or a video or a tweet or something that is more educational to them. So yeah, I think it's mix of different types of content, I guess, around the kind of core concepts.
Yeah, I think of course different types or different forms of the content will help to generate the audience or educate the audience better, because some audience they like podcasts, some audience they like reading stuff, some audience they just like to go through different decks. So that's also what I'm trying when I'm promoting
Absolutely.
the podcast or promoting different contents.
Totally agree. Yeah, it's different. There's different angles for different segments of the market.
What are you? Are you more a reader or listener or visioner?
Use Twitter a lot, and also LinkedIn a little bit, and just keep on top of the. So yeah, I'd say some YouTube a lot as well. So mix of those ones. Yeah, Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah, I was just curious about how you acquire information and knowledge.
Absolutely.
Now that we talk about how you acquire users in the short term and long term, I would like to talk about what are the biggest obstacles that you have been facing when you are building Volmex.
Sure, great question. So I've thought about this, and there's not one particular obstacle I could pinpoint. I would just say it's really important for us to, we're just really focused on building our product suite, building out a number of products, and staying focused, and developing these new products, and really well defining our requirements, and then building it out, and then getting into testing and doing rigorous testing. So I don't think there's one particular challenge, but I just think our focus is, of course, just to build a number of different crypto volatility products, and spec these things out and get them built, and do, as I mentioned, a lot of testing. So that's kind of how I think about just like the daily grind of Volmex. Less so like one particular pointed issue, more just like it's a constant iterative effort of just like prioritizing things, and different product things, and seeing things get done, and staying on top of it and make sure things get done. So yeah, I'd say that's just like our focus, and kind of feeds into your question a little bit as well.
Is it fair to say that basically you're saying prioritizing the right product features is is a key, and you have been iterating on that to get the best product out there.
Yeah, I think prioritizing the right products and then making them easy to use and implementing whatever features are expected is kind of the key. So just having a well-defined product and saying here's what we want to build and what we need to build, and this is what is considered the acceptance criteria, and building that and then implementing any features and taking product feature feedback from maybe trusted partners and other folks in the community. So generally that's kind of what I'm saying about the product on the product front.
And you also mentioned about the user experience. So what do you think about when you build a DeFi product or when you build the volatility products? What are the key perspectives, or what are the most important things for the user experience?
Absolutely. So I think ease of use is a big one. So it's important for the user experience, the user interface to be intuitive, and there not to be too many hops or steps that the user needs to do. That's really important, just like to have an intuitive user experience. Also, for derivatives, it's really important that there's a low fee and a quick confirmation, and on that front. So our V1 has been seeing a lot of growth on the Polygon chain, the Polygon POS chain, and as we roll out other products, we want to deploy to some of the different rollup technologies, or deploy into the ZK rollup and continue to prioritize the speed and cost and ultimately there. So I think those are some of the things that are really important in the user experience: speed, cost, and then just ease of use for the product, and then just making sure it's intuitive generally for both retail and institutional users. So making sure folks can understand the methodology, and then the product which is kind of on the user education front, and then making sure the product is really usable and accessible for these folks, and it can be the method our index can be traded in a really easy way. So I'd say just those are the areas that we think about in terms of our product, and definitely we've seen some great progress on that front with our volatility token V1, and rolling out some of these new products will be pretty a great improvement on those fronts as well.
Yeah, low fee is really has always been a key topic for the crypto users, and with the recent the new EIP, which gonna reduce the fees on the layer 2, I think there will be exponential growth on that. So now I would like to talk a little bit about what kind of role do you think the volatility product will play in the DeFi market in the general? I know personally you're super bullish, but what is your short-term and long-term view about it? What's your vision?
Absolutely. So our vision at Volmex is that there will be very robust crypto derivatives or crypto volatility products and derivatives market, just as there is in the equities market, right? So in the equities market, there's the VIX index, and then there's the futures, options, ETFs, ETNs. There's a variety of different products that trade trillions of dollars notional volume every year, and we think that it's only a matter of time until there's a critical mass within crypto volatility products, and people everywhere know about Volmex or other brands, and trading Volmex products and following Volmex indexes. So crypto vols are actually higher than the crypto implied vol is actually even higher than the TradFi SPY S&P 500 implied vol. So it's an even more compelling of a product and market to trade, and we think it's only a matter of time until crypto volatility products are really viral in CeFi, DeFi, and generally in crypto. So we think that crypto volatility products will grow a lot over the next few years with the crypto, DeFi derivatives market and the market generally. And we think that it's an area that's really ripe for a lot of different products, and excited for what we'll build or what we're building and that type of thing. So I think generally that's how we think about the space, and yeah.
What is limiting the crypto DeFi plus the volatility market from growing? What is the key obstacle right now?
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit early in terms of like where the DeFi derivatives market's at. So you have to remember that the CeFi derivatives market didn't really start taking off until 2017, 2018 with BitMEX, and then Deribit 2018, 2019, and then other maybe those markets got a lot bigger in the recent years. For DeFi, we've seen some DeFi option vault products like Volatility Token V1, perp products, but it's generally early on, and we're seeing it's just kind of but naturally, like these products, as they get more liquid, and there's less risks associated with these DeFi derivatives protocols that are associated with CeFi derivatives. Ultimately, it's really compelling product offering, and ultimately it's a better product when the liquidity is kind of at parity. So we think that DeFi has a long way to go, but it's we've made a lot of progress, and I think there's those are some of the areas that it can improve on, is just liquidity, and also just like making the user experience better, and educating the market. So we've come a long way, but and that's kind of the history of like where we're at in terms of like DeFi derivatives with like the perp and the options in the space. But I think the coming years will be really big for DeFi derivatives, and we should see a lot of growth, and that should power the next wave of DeFi, really. So the first wave was kind of like lending and borrowing and exchange, and I think the second wave of DeFi, or one of the things that will power the next area of DeFi, will be DeFi derivatives. So crypto volatility products like what we're building at Volmex, other sorts of products like futures and options, and really excited about where the space is headed. And DeFi derivatives should be bigger than CeFi derivatives in a couple of years. So I'm pretty convicted on that.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really hope there will be more and more liquidity injecting into the DeFi space, so that essentially when you build out those products, there will be enough liquidity, and then people will be more
Absolutely.
confident in trading those derivatives.
Absolutely. Look forward to more liquid markets as well.
But how do you think the current marketing is impacting it? Because the current market condition, I think a lot of people, we are really talking about the bear market, and I feel like a lot of people, they have cleared out their position a while ago, and they are just like watching the current market condition instead of actively trading. What do you think about that?
Sure. So I think Volmex can thrive in any market, what a bull, bear market, or like a sideways like crab market. So I think we're well positioned to kind of continue to thrive. But I think generally, the market, like ETH is below 2,000, and it's still up. You have for context, still up like 10x from March 2020, but it's down 50% plus from the highs of last year. So I think we're definitely in like, there's no agreed upon definition of a bear market, but it's definitely like a bear market in crypto, I think, and it could last for some few more months or something, and at some point, I think that can be said about the equities market as well. So the crypto market and the equities market are highly correlated right now, and generally, the crypto market has had bear markets and equities bull markets, but now for the first time ever, they're both having a bear market. So it's kind of a unique time with the rates rising, and I think it's a lot of the macro environment. But obviously, I'm really bullish on crypto long term, obviously, and think the crypto derivatives sector is going to grow regardless. Like what we're building at Volmex and other folks. So still really bullish on crypto. Really, honestly, more bullish than ever. But I think that the market is a little bit of a bear market right now, and it's going to kind of continue for a few more months in the crypto space and probably equities as well. And then at some point, we'll see kind of things kind of go back up or whatever. But I think generally that's how I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah, we are all along in crypto for sure. That's the reason why we are sitting here talking about crypto as well as different products.
Absolutely.
And since we talk about the market a little bit, I want to ask, like, right now, are you trading anything?
So I've traded a bunch in the past. I'm actually not really trading right now. I have some like positions on like just normal, cryptos, just like spot, just like, ETH, Bitcoin, this type of thing. But not really trading right now, just focusing on like product stuff and, also watching the vols on like generally on the options exchanges and our index. So kind of just looking at the macro, space, the market generally, stock market, crypto, rates and when I have time and working on products, of course, with most of my time. So trading, not really trading, just following the market and have some like core positions kind of.
Has some building.
Yeah.
Basically. That's
yeah, exactly.
That's the same as a lot of people are doing right now because everybody is saying
good time to build.
Yeah, good time to build.
Always a good time to build, but it's good when there's no talk of the price, and that's great.
Yeah, even better time for building.
Even better time, exactly.
You can focus straight on the building side. So now I think we talked mostly about the technical side as well as the product of Volmex. I also learned how you build Volmex as a founder, your views about the current market condition. I would like to talk about something personal. Can you please share a fun fact about yourself with my audience?
Sure, good question. Need to think about that for a moment. Let's see. So I would say a fun fact about me is that I like to play golf, but I'm a decent golfer. So find it really fun and great game, but I'm so-so golfer. So kind of a decently fun fact right there. And yeah, that's my fun fact.
Where do you usually play golf?
So like to play, sometimes play like in New Jersey or with my dad, and then I'll play if we ever go like on a family vacation or something. Once in a while, we'll play like at the beach or something. So typically play like in New Jersey or at the beach.
The reason why you like play golf, is it because of the gaming or is it because of the talking part? Like when you play golf, you generally like have good conversations with the people that you're playing. Like what
yeah,
is
I think it's a mix of both. It's good to be out on the course. It's just like kind of nice out there. It's a nice, atmosphere, and it's just a good, good environment. But then, yeah, like when I play, I like to play with my dad or usually him or maybe my brother or something. So it's good. It's another good thing to just be with my family playing playing golf. But yeah, I mean, I get to play once in a while, and I used to play more when I was younger, but not playing as much anymore.
Oh, yeah, maybe you should play more golf with your dad so that you guys can talk about options and trading and the market, and it also will be like a good family time.
Yeah, great, great thinking. Awesome.
Yeah. So let's wrap up our interview today then. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today, Cole.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Meina. Great to be here and telling you and your audience more about what we're building at Volmex. So look forward to next time. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, next time when you launch your major product, which you didn't talk a lot about it because you don't want to disclose it yet, but once you have that big launch, let's definitely have another podcast.
Absolutely. Would love to.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.